What's happening, people? I'm back with another boxing reaction video, and I'm reacting to the weigh-in between Usyk versus Fury 2. Alexander Usyk weighed in at 226 pounds, which is 16 stones and 2 pounds. In the first fight, he weighed 223 pounds, which is 15 stones and 13 pounds. Tyson Fury weighed in at 281 pounds, which is 20 stones and 1 pound. In the first fight, he weighed in at 262 pounds, which is 18 stones and 10 pounds. Both men, when they stood on the scales, didn't remove their trainers, didn't remove any clothing at all. So this is really just a rough estimate to what they're weighing. After the weigh-in, both men stood at the front of the stage to take the normal photos, which are normally taken. Both men stood face to face, and this stare down probably lasted 3 seconds. Tyson Fury was the first one to turn away, and he walked away and didn't stop to do an interview with Dev Sani, which I don't particularly blame him for doing that, because I wouldn't stop to talk to Dev Sani to listen to the same questions over and over again. But anyway, Dev Sani basically said that Tyson Fury walked past and said one word, which was war. Usyk just basically said that he's ready for the fight, and not really a lot of words were said by Usyk, and not really much to report on this weigh-in. Both fighters have opted to be heavier than what they were in the first fight. Usyk is just 3 pounds heavier than what he was in the first fight, and Tyson Fury is 19 pounds heavier than what he was in the first fight. In the video I did 2 weeks ago, I shared an article that said that Tyson Fury was planning to come in heavier for this fight. I personally don't think Tyson Fury being at a heavier weight will work to his advantage, especially if he hasn't trained at that weight for a significant amount of time. Added weight can affect a person's stamina when it comes to fighting. If Fury has the ability to take out Usyk within the first 2 or 3 rounds, then fine. But what will happen if Tyson Fury is not able to knock out Usyk when it gets to the 6th round, 7th round, 8th round? At 262 pounds in the first fight, Fury's stamina wasn't great. So what is his stamina going to be like at 281 pounds? This isn't the second Fury fight against Wilder where Fury is able to come forward and take his time because Wilder hasn't got the same movement as Usyk. Usyk's going to be constantly moving around, and that's eventually going to tire out Tyson Fury. Fury says that he's a big heavyweight who is a slickster and moves up and down, but carrying that amount of weight that he's carrying is not going to be able to do that. Fury is good at fighting that way when he's fighting against other heavyweights who are similar height to him, similar weight to him. Yeah, he's completely fine. But then when you think about Tyson Fury's most difficult fights that he's had in his career, and Tyson Fury has gone on record as saying that the Steve Cunningham fight, and guess what? Steve Cunningham was a cruiserweight coming up to heavyweight. The assumption that so many people make is that because someone is bigger and stronger than someone else, then they're obviously going to dominate that person. But many, many times, cruiserweights who have stepped up to heavyweight have done really, really well. Look at people like Evander Holyfield, Martin Bakole, who has recently become #1 with the WBA. And everyone speaks about how strong he is and how he gives people hard times at the gym in sparring. But his one defeat is against Michael Hunter. Michael Hunter, again, is another cruiserweight coming up to heavyweight. People have to learn the lesson that styles make fights. And just because fighter A is bigger than fighter B doesn't guarantee that fighter A is going to win. Doesn't work that way in boxing. The speed advantages that Tyson Fury has over Wilder and over Klitschko isn't going to translate against someone like Usyk, who is a busier fighter than both Klitschko and Wilder. Usyk just doesn't stop at all. And even Tony Bellew said that because of Usyk's constant movement, it actually mentally fatigues you. Against natural heavyweights who have that size on them, they're going to be taking breaks in between rounds. They're going to be slowing down. They're going to try and get their energy back up. But with Usyk, who is so much smaller, and other cruiserweights, they're constantly putting that pressure on. Tyson Fury is a very intelligent person, and he knows that he cannot outbox Alexander Usyk. And his best shot at winning is for him to turn it into a fight. Just like when he fought Steve Cunningham and the boxing wasn't working, he bit down on his gum shield and turned it into a fight and ended up winning that fight. Now, Usyk is a lot more skilled than Steve Cunningham, and it's going to be a very, very difficult task for Tyson Fury. I'm not going to lie. My prediction is that Usyk will win on points, but it wouldn't surprise me if he was to win by technical knockout or even knockout Tyson Fury. Of course, Tyson Fury has a puncher's chance in winning. It's heavyweight boxing after all, and it only takes one punch. I said in my reaction video after they did the press conference a month ago that Tyson Fury's behavior and his body language wasn't filling me with much confidence. All this aggression that Tyson Fury is showing can be a good thing and also a bad thing. In order for Tyson Fury to win this fight, he needs to have control of his emotions. If he doesn't do that, then he's going to get beat even worse than he was in the first fight. Well, those are my thoughts and my feelings about the fight and my prediction as well. Let me know what your predictions are for the Usyk Fury 2 fight. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll definitely see you on the next one. Peace.